Hello, viewers. Hey guys. So, by the way, the guy that was buying my pennies, he walked out. But I'm talking with another guy. Cross your fingers, chat. Oh my God! If I don't, I better sell these because if not, I'm screwed. Oh, I need to put my gloves on. All right, so he's gonna be coming in about an hour 20. Holy crap, I hope I sell these. I seriously do. The other guy walked out. If you don't know, I've been having trouble selling my copper pennies. What's up, bro? Rainbow Void. Hey, how's it going, dude? See, I'm selling about, let's say, $1,900 a pennies for $21.66. Let's hope I'm successful. Honestly, am I a little bit upset? I'm searching pennies. I'm a little bit upset I don't get my 3 times profit, but you know what? Honestly, making $200 off of $1,900, whatever. I got my bills to pay. So, guess what? Unfortunately, I need to pay off a generator that my dad bought for me. Uh-oh. The only problem is, all the people who offered to buy my pennies, which 3 people so far, they were going to do it, they're going to do it, and they, nowhere. They just literally drop off the face of Earth. They don't ever show up. And I can't wait to hopefully go survey the wind farm I've been surveying for the past couple of, what do you call it, weeks. Because, by the way, I think I'm very close to the biggest wind turbine, biggest onshore wind turbine east of the Mississippi, and it's just a couple of minutes away from me. Awesome. Alright guys, let's start. And guys, cross your fingers that we do not get another no-show today. If I don't sell, and if I don't sell within a week, I'm cooked. Like, I'm literally cooked. Also, shitty news. I've been doing age. What have I missed? Well, you've missed me almost getting terminated because of the age restriction bullshit. Not really. Just same old boring stream. By the way, I'm a coin collector. It's kind of funny how Squid Games got me into coin collecting. What the hell? How'd that happen? I'll tell you why. Oh, there's 57. 1957 Denver, wheat penny number 1. Okay, so by the way, what the hell am I looking for? I'm looking for what's called a wheat penny. They have this design. They're not extremely rare. They're relatively common. There's about 27.5 billion of them. This is a 57 Denver, so it's a very common wheat penny. I just love that. These coppers I'm collecting are going to be sold. If I'm lucky, these coppers I'm holding right now will be sold within an hour. He comes from Washington, Illinois, which is infamous for the EF4 that struck 12 years ago. Oh, wait, it's November. It's November. I think we're almost the 12-year mark of that tornado, in tomorrow. When did that happen? November 14th, right? 13th or 14th? November 17th. To sell on eBay? No, I'm selling right now. We go on Facebook Marketplace. And we had a bunch of people giving me shit like, oh my god, you're selling money for more money? I'm like, You're complaining about me. Meanwhile, you don't know that the most expensive coin was a $20 coin sold for $18 million. Blowing smoke at my dad's on this like one trading site. 09. Why am I selling copper pennies? Because the copper penny actually it's actually worth more than the copper it's struck with. Copper penny contains about 3 cents of copper. Try, you might make more sales, I think. Right now, I'm looking forward to hopefully selling them within about an hour. Oh my god, if this guy does not no-show, I'm gonna bang my head against the goddamn wall. Not, please don't flag my channel for self-harm, YouTube. That's a joke. Like, I have to be careful what I say, because I'm not trying to be like a dick. But this one guy, he was going to buy it. He said, I'm going to come over. And he said, I'm sorry, I checked the bank, I have $1,500. But I'm like, okay, listen, let me... Like, I made a couple purchases, and I made 2 purchases out of state. What? I'm not going to... No, Let me tell you this, guys. If you guys think I'm going to hurt myself, just trust me, I'm not. Why? Because I want to outlive... It sounds weird. I want to outlive everybody in the current government so I can say lol. I do not want to die under this. No, thank you. That sounds crass and dark a bit, but whatever, it is what it is. Estimate. But you're telling me that you make a purchase, you say you're going to buy something, but then you don't know how much money you have. Like, here's the thing, when you make a purchase, isn't like the first step to be like, hey, make sure I have said money, and also, bonus, step 1A, make sure I have enough money to finance whatever I have to finance. Oh, no. Like, for example, I'm going to be making $280 every Sunday. I got 3 Sundays left, right? So you go across the calculator, you do 280 times 3. So I'm going to be making $840 by the end of the month. So 280 times 3, right? But then you minus this by 450, which is my car and phone payment, which means I get to keep $390 that I make. There's an estimate. It's a special it is a special November because we have 5 Sundays. And the reason I like it having 5 Sundays is because I get 5 paychecks in 1 month. Yeah, I'm a greedy little bastard. Yeah, the guy who's hopefully going to buy my pennies. Oh, there's a weedy. He came from Washington, or he's going to come from Washington, which, if you don't know, I live very close to Washington. All right, there's 1945 Philly. We penny number 2. Washington was struck by a severe EF4, and it happened on the 17th of November. And here, now, if you don't know why that's weird, let me repeat that to you. November. An EF4 in November. Remember, tornadoes they mostly strike in May. That's 7 months out of season. November is the last month you'd expect for a tornado. December, but unfortunately, we've been proven wrong. The Does anybody else remember the December 10th, December 11th, 2021 tornado outbreak? Remember the Mayfield EF4? Or another honorable mention is Rolling Fork. That one was bad. Dude, the Mayfield one, didn't it kill like 50 people? And that candle factory. I don't know what the status of that lawsuit is, because what happened is that this pisses me off so much. Those workers had an hour to go home and shelter, and apparently, according to employee reports, the managers blocked them in and threatened their termination if they left. So, imagine that. If they left to go take shelter in the from the tornado that they knew was going to hit an hour away, they were going to get fired. Listen, I don't care how much I love my job. If I hear a tornado is coming towards me in a 15-minute advance, F you, I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm blasting east, bro. I'm not dealing with that shit. Especially my workplace, because my workplace is good. Like, it's good and nice. The problem is, the building I work in is so damn old that I feel like even an EF2 would completely, like, blast and sand that building down to nothing, essentially. Like, again, I don't want to, I'm not saying that, I can't talk, I'm so sorry. I'm not saying I'm hot shit. I'm not invincible. I don't think I'm invincible. But in my opinion, I think to a certain degree, I could possibly outmaneuver a tornado. And actually, I have. Now, let me state this right now. I want you to listen to this. I do not care what you're thinking. Listen. Do not avoid a tornado with a car. Most of the time, you're not going to get out if you don't know what you're doing. Unless you're like a tornado chaser and you like study and study. Don't do it. And please remember this. Do not go under an overpass. That is suicide, because an overpass will amplify the wind, creating the wind tunnel effect, and it will blow you out after your body hits the metal girders supporting the bridge. Your body will be completely eviscerated, and then after that, you'll be thrown out of the tunnel, and your body will be sanded down by the debris. Unless you're sheltering from hail. But if there's a tornado, never shelter under an overpass. The problem is, a couple people did do this, and they survived, and there's a video of it, right? Of people surviving under an overpass. Hold on. Alright, 10 pennies in. We should have 2 wheat pennies. We got 2. You there, Rambo? I don't know. But a video went viral of a bunch of people, like 2 dudes, like surviving under an overpass, and people start thinking, "Oh, shelter under an overpass. I'm gonna do it." No, that is a death sentence. You never shelter under an overpass. I've also heard that there's a myth where people think opening their windows will help cause less damage to a tornado, or to their house from a tornado. I would think the antithesis, because when that wind's able to get... Oh, gosh. When that wind's able to get under into the house... Give me a second. I'm texting my homie. Okay, yeah. Please, listen to me when I say this. Never shelter under an overpass. Now, here's the thing. Do you want to be in a ditch in a tornado? Hell no. You do not. But it's the best shot you got when you're in the middle of nowhere. Honestly, here's a great thing to know. The best, in my opinion, the best way to counter a tornado threat is to watch the weather. For example, severe days. Oh, there's a reading. 1951 Denver. Wheat penny. No, that's a 51S. 51S. Wheat penny number 3. We got all 3 mints of wheat penny. That's cool. But I'm not paid by these people, but I'll tell you, there's a website. Go to spc.gov. Now, shutdown or no shutdown, the weather service will always remain functional. But if you go to SPC, I'll show you what it looks like. You go to SPC, and there you go. You click Convective Outlook, and you go here, and you can get your tornado threat. So there's no tornado threat today. That, by the way, so as long as you have an internet connection, accessing that is free. You don't have to pay any money. And that right there is that is your super weapon against tornado threats. The best way to do that, not only watch them, prepare. Do not, oh, there's 2 of them. Nice. (1936) Denver, 1936 Philly, 1953 Denver. We face number 4 and 5. But although, why are you wearing gloves? Because look, my hands start to become black, and I don't want to get copper on my hands. It saves me a shitty hand wash. Trust me, I have to get gun soap, like firearm soap, to get the copper off of my hands. But if you can't, warm water, scrub for about a minute, and you should get anything off. But, okay, my biggest tip for tornado safety, again, is preventative action. In 2 ways. 1, watch forecasts, especially around May. However, another sub-tip I'll give you, there's a Canadian penny. There's another Canadian penny. Do not ever think tornadoes cannot occur outside of November. They can. We had a tornado outbreak in December, Century Philly. And the outbreak in December, less than 5 years ago, is currently the deadliest December outbreak in U.S. history. Also, the EF4 that went through Washington in November. Tornadoes can strike anywhere in the United States at any time, but they're most prevalent in the Midwest around mid-May to early June. Like at late May is when tornado chances are the highest. Tornadoes will spawn in 3 localized zones. The well-known Tornado Alley, which is the Midwest down to the Gulf. Dixie Alley, which is Mississippi and Alabama. And Carolina Alley, that is, well, around Carolina. The most dangerous alley is Dixie Alley, despite having less tornadoes than Tornado Alley. The most amount of tornadoes spawn in Texas and Oklahoma. However, states like my state of Illinois have seen the highest tornadoes in 2023, with a recorded 125 confirmed touchdowns in 2023. Yeah, 125 tornadoes struck my state in 2023, and I didn't see one. It's very hard to beat Oklahoma sometimes. But another thing I can recommend for tornado safety is make a plan. Never. The most dangerous aspect about a tornado is getting caught off guard. Now, did a penny slip in my shoe? Oh, there it is. It's on my hip. Now, I'm pretty good at reading radar. I predicted tornado warnings up to half an hour in advance. And I'm pretty good at spotting tornadic cells on radar. So I can give my family like, hey, you know, we're about to get smacked. We need to go downstairs. Like I remember once, I was home and I was watching a supercell go over my my school, and right as I warned them, the siren went off. I'm pretty. Yeah, I've. Could you run from it in a car? Depends. It depends on your skill. 09. The biggest thing. I want to be careful what I say, and I will state this 100%. Please know that I am not a professional. I do not have credentials. I am smart, so take my word at your own. Take my word when I say this from a grain of salt. You have to have a skill. But even though, essentially, you are not invincible. Like, for example, Twist X. Twist X was a very highly skilled train, and all of Twist X's crew was killed in the 2013 El Reno, Oklahoma tornado. Fact. Tornadoes are erratic. They do not they mostly go northeast, but tornadoes can go southwest, they can go northwest, they can go southeast, they can be slow, they can be fast, suddenly grow, suddenly shrink, suddenly strengthen, suddenly weaken. And here's the thing. When you do radar and use a radar for a tornado, you have to wait 5 minutes. So you know how everybody complains about playing their games on 20 FPS? Well, when you're tornado hunting on radar, you're playing at 30 frames an hour. I'm not joking. You're going to get 30 frames an hour. And sometimes the frames, if the tornado is so far from radars, the quality is so ass. The most dangerous tornado is a nocturnal rain-wrapped tornado. Now, another thing I would say, if you ever plan to go storm scouting, never, if you are not trained, never chase at night. And another thing, if you do try to run from a tornado and you're in a suburban area, don't. Never ever do storm scouting or storm chasing in a populated area. Because here's what happens. Everybody who has never seen a tornado before gets panicked. They go on the road. They start taking pictures. They block the entire roads, creating a huge hazard. If you go into a suburban area, you'll be slowed down to literally 0 mile an hour. You will get stuck in a log jam, and that's when you're really, really in for a whooping. So that's really like one of the biggest tips. Never chase in populated areas, because you will get stuck. Now, personally, I've outran 2 tornadoes. I didn't see them. Both of them were rain-wrapped. Another thing is, be careful of the rain-wrapped tornado. I think there's a myth that says rain kills tornadoes. This is not true. It actually doesn't kill tornadoes. It makes them more dangerous because a rain-wrapped tornado looks just like a cloud with a bunch of heavy rain. Rain-wrapped tornadoes are nigh invisible to the naked eye. The only reason you can find that it's a tornado is from radar. So if you're not running radar, it could just look like a cloud. I'll show you how bad it gets. Look at that. See that? You can't see shit. It looks like whatever, it's a cloud. That's a tornado in there, just chilling. You could just barely make out the condensation funnel, but look at that. If you didn't have good eyes, you wouldn't see anything. Rain-wrapped tornadoes are the dangerous, hellish tornadoes that should be avoided at all costs. Oh, Weedy. Another one. (1958) Denver, 1954 Denver. Repaints number 6. Oh my God, 7. That's the second time this has happened to me since this stupid meeting happened. Okay. So the first time I outran a tornado was in April of this year. I was getting Nerf guns from Hayworth, Illinois. I was going up on 51, and I got that tornado siren, and I went from 55 miles an hour to 90. Yes, I'm gonna admit it. I sped like a bastard. Look it. Here's what I say, right? About anyone before I get into this. 20 rolls in, we should have 4 wheat pennies. We got 7. We're pretty good. Now, the only reason I sped is because there was no one in front of me. Either that, or if I ever do that, there's like barely anybody. Don't recommend doing it. But here's my thing, right? I'm not like the guy who like swerves right in front of you after passing you, right? Like I drive, sometimes I will admit this. I drive fast, but I don't drive like a dick. I don't cut people off. I don't sideswipe. I don't tailgate. I'm not a piece of shit. But here's my defense. I will take that $100 fine versus getting absolutely killed or getting my $30,000 car damaged. Oh, and also, if a really good little tornado safety or storm safety, pack safety glasses in your car. Because if it gets hailed in, the glass will go everywhere. A little cheap thing you can do to make sure your eyes stay safe. Reading. SE40 Philly. Wheat penny number 8. You got 2 eyes, and you're not going to get any more. So, protect them while you still have them. You know what I always say? People might be laughing at you because you're taking safety seriously, but they're not going to be laughing when they're missing a limb. Or, they're not going to be laughing when their eye gets put out. That's right. Or when they've lost a finger or a toe. They won't be laughing then. You get 1 life. You get 1 arm. You get 5 fingers and a hand each. You get 5 feet. You get 7 estimate. You get 2 feet, 5 toes each. Oh, 9. 2 ears, a nose, 2 eyes. And you're not going to get any more of those. So, protect them while you still got them. That's one thing I got in criticism of, is my seriousness for safety. And like this one my coworker's like, dude, you're just being a P word. I'm like, buddy, there's a difference between being a P word and taking safety seriously. It's like, hey, buddy, I want to live till like at least 70 years old. I prefer not to die or get maimed while I'm literally a kid. Are you allowed to speed when running for a tornado? Technically, no. No, there's no way to speed unless you're a cop trying to catch somebody. Even if you're chasing tornadoes, you will get pulled over, and I've seen people get pulled over. My second time I outran a tornado was in June. When I was coming home from Indiana, I almost got clipped. Like, I made a gamble. I had 2 options. Sit and wait for this thing to hit me, or back up, or punch right through and don't get late to work. And I chose option 2, and my gamble paid off. I like how Pecos Hanks describes it. When you ever go tornado chasing or scouting, every decision is a gamble. Every decision has its consequences and outcomes. In my opinion, the best thing you could do if you ever go scouting is you start with scouting. Don't chase them, just sit miles away from them. Like, I'd say about 10 miles away is a good spot. And another thing I will say, don't ever sit northeast of them. Like, north or east, like the north to east direction is usually what I like to call the kill zone. That's witty. But, again, this is not always true because they can move in different directions. Like, the Gerald F5 moved southwest. The playing field, F5, moves southeast. No estimate. No tornado is the same. Everyone is different. Different strengths, different paths, yada yada. But just look, I'm just gonna put this in your mind. The average tornado moves roughly, I think, like what, 55 miles an hour? Now, that's not, you're not gonna outrun 55 miles an hour. Because you're not being, oh wait, whatever, I can. Stop signs. Well, I can run through them. Yeah, but what if there's people there? If you're chasing in May in Illinois, in May, all of our corn is up. So literally like 10 foot, like corn gets 10 foot, and you can't see around corners unless there's soybeans. So you have to stop in order to prevent yourself from crashing. No matter how small that chance of crashing is, it's always there. But a great thing if you ever want to get into storm scouting, the best thing you can do right now to start off is take a storm management class or an emergency management class that focuses on severe weather. I went to Eureka College to take one. But the biggest, I will say the biggest tip I might say that, this is the biggest tip I'll say, is you're not invincible. I know a lot about tornadoes, but I'm not going to pretend I'm the genius, because I'm not. I love you. I love it. Ooh. It's a great thing to know. You're not invincible. You can die, and you will make mistakes. Oh, shit. That's an older wheat penny. 1925 Philly and 1941 Denver. Got a 100-year-old penny right here. Let's go. Wheat pennies number 9 and 10. But I will say, if you guys do storm scouting, and anybody who ever listens to me go storm scouting, do it at your own risk. And please, don't be a dumbass. Research heavily upon doing it, as it can be fun, but it can be dangerous. And if you can do it, I've heard the best tip is to, before you ever go into scouting or chasing, take a ride with another person that has done it before. Just like how you that's like how you drive a car for your first time with an adult in the car. Sitting shotgun in a scout car for a storm scouting run could be a great way to learn. I don't know how you do that, but that is my word of advice. Another tip, if you ever go scouting, camp at intersections. Like, I'm not saying like suburban intersections. I'm talking like countryside intersections. And the reason I say this is because if you have an intersection, you got 4 ways you can go. And another big tip is, everybody's heard about this. If you stare at a tornado and it ain't going left or right, it's either going away from you or most likely it's going towards you. If it's not moving left or right, it's getting smaller, it's going away or shrinking. If it's not moving left or right and it's going toward and it's growing, it's either growing or most likely it's going right towards you. Honestly, I like my Crosstrek. Now, you could go for a big truck, which is good because it gives you a little bit of protection, but a truck is heavy and it takes a long time to accelerate. You could go for a car, which is less shielded and less protected. There's a sweetie. But it's less protected, usually, but you can get away faster. 09. Sorry, no, I said 09. There's not an 09 here. I can see already. 52 Denver, 58 Denver. Wheat penny number 11 and 12. I love my Crosstrek, and it's being serviced right now. My Crosstrek, like a Subaru Crosstrek or an Outback, is a pretty good one. If you got money, the Outback Wilderness, because it's got a turbocharger. The reason I say Outback or a Subaru is that Subarus are very safe. I've seen a guy in a cross track, like my car. He got in a wreck with a dump truck and apparently got flipped over a divider in the interstate. And he walked away with a couple bruises, and that's it. And the car was cooked. But just because you have a Subaru doesn't mean you're invincible from a tornado. No car will make you invincible unless you're in like Tiv 2. Alright, 20 rolls left. Should have 6 sweet pennies. We got 12. A Canadian penny. Yeah. You know what, guys? There's no 9 by the way. I'm gonna be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. I can't hold. Give me about like a minute and a half. Okay, I'm back. Thank you guys. All 4 of you stayed. Good job. Don't worry, I wash my hands. Hey, see the reflectivity on it? Seriously, you know what? I'm not gonna name names because I don't know them, but you know what really makes me like say, "Ugh," is I work at a restaurant. Hello, Rainbow Void. And I frequently, I'm sitting in the bathroom doing my business, and I'll hear somebody take a piss and just leave. No hand washing, just leave. And people wonder how we start. People wonder why we have pandemics. This is why. Dude, literally 10, 15 seconds out of your day. Just wash your hands. It's free. It takes 15 seconds. You should be doing it for 20, 30 seconds. But no one does it for 20 seconds. But you get the point. Like, I'm like, bro, you're not washing your hands at a restaurant. You probably just scratched the thing. I'm sorry for that, TMI. You probably, and you didn't wash your hands. Dude, I'm a nasty little cretin, but even I have standards. That's it. That shit is disgusting. Or, you know what, as a gamer, I do not get the people that hoard piss bottles. Look, dude, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I hoard electrical components. I hoard coins. I hoard dollar bills. You want to know what I don't hoard? You know where I draw the line at? There's going to be a penny. Is human waste. Hell no. You will never catch me hoarding human freaking waste. Yeah, I'll deal with radioactive hazard. There's a... Wait, Weedy. 1944 Denver, penny number 13. I'll hoard radioactive stuff. I'll hoard, you know, carcinogenic shit. Sometimes. What Canadian? I'll hoard, 17 Philly. I'll hoard all this shit. I draw the line of, like, hoarding, like, food. Like, I will not lie. I do not throw away my bottles sometimes because I'm a lazy bastard, but you'll never catch me being like Asmongold that lets shit mold. Like, you will not, like, dude, I don't get the people that really let, like, moldy food and shit, like, sit in their room. Mofos be creating an entire ecosystem, man. Like, biologists need to get on that because people are just creating entire ecosystems out here. With their moldy ass cups. Don't even get me started about black mold. That is the worst. Black mold is like one of the most dangerous molds ever. It's hard to believe there was a period in my life when I was a little kid that I never used to wash my hands. Dude, I might have mild germophobia. But honestly, I say no. Oh, hold on. I have to mute for a second. Esmond. Alright guys, sorry, my dad was down here looking at the interview. He has 100,000 subs, but he's only got like literally no more than like 50 views per video. How many channel views has he got? Three million views. 3 million channel views. How does he have 3 million channel views? It looks a little bit odd. He has 190,000 subs, but he's got like 3 million channel views, which is kind of weird because his most popular video is like 20,000 views. Could be botted. Honestly, if he gets that money, if he tries to buy stuff off me, that'd be great. Estimate. Where is it? Give me a second, chat. Damn it. Where is that pen? Where is that damn pen? Alright, last 10 rolls. I wonder if the I wonder if this is a bot channel. Like a bot. As in like he bought the channel. Oh, not 09. We should have 8 wheat pennies right now. We have 13. Seriously lost the damn pen. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, guys. He's actually is gonna get here in about 21 minutes. Stadium penny. With a witty. estimate. Yeah. Next will hopefully be here in 20 minutes. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? He does have 500,000 views on a short. He probably most likely a shorts channel. Ready? Oh, 09. Estimate. $17 filling. $17 filling. Estimate. Woody. Last roll. Nice. Yeah, we got a send-off, Wheat Penny. 1958 Denver. Number 14. Estimate. Nice. Wheat Pennies. We recovered 14 of those. Oh, crap. I like to keep them in order so that way, when I put them in the database, it shows them how the Wheat Pennies have counted in order. Bicentennials, got 9 of those. 17 Phillies, got about 9 of those. Estimates. Wow, we got a lot actually. Excuse me. $14 of those. Woody's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Canadian pennies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Copper penny, Indian head pennies, we got 0. Copper pennies, let's sort those real quick. About 10 minutes to hopefully here. Hope. $4.82. Alright, guys. 17 Philly. I hoard a lot of pennies, man, I tell you. Okay. Alright. Alright, guys. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Well, guys, he's hopefully going to be here about 5 minutes. Wish me luck. Hopefully, I will get my deal to go through. See you later, guys.